has gotten her booted out of the league, and she may not be officially blackballed, blacklisted, but it looks like she's blacklisted.
Chennedy Carter just fumbled the biggest bag of her life after her cheap shot on Caitlin Nobody NBA team even wanted to touch her, and now she's packing her bags for Mexico. From future star to where are they now in record time. This isn't just a fell-off, it's a crash landing you need to see to believe.
So Chennedy Carter. Chennedy Carter is a basketball player who used to play in the WNBA. And I think it is very, very likely that she's not, just simply put.
When you decide to hip check the most talked about rookie in WNBA history and follow it up with a public meltdown, don't expect a happy ending. Chennedy Carter learned that the hard way after 120 plus days of complete radio silence from every single WNBA team, including the desperate ones. Carter is officially moving to Mexico to continue her career. If you're wondering how we got here, buckle up, because this isn't your average oops situation. This is a full-blown career disaster.
So, unfortunately, guys, she will no longer be on our Chicago sky. She's no longer a skyscraper. And even furthermore, she will no longer be, perhaps at least in this season, who knows what the future may hold, but we will not see Chennedy Carter in this upcoming 2025.
Let's rewind a little. Chennedy Carter was that player, pure scoring machine, walking bucket, the kind of raw offensive talent teams dream about. But talent doesn't fix everything when your temper is always sitting in the driver's seat, flooring the gas towards self-destruction. In the Caitlin Clark incident, that wasn't just a bad moment, it was the final nail in a coffin Carter had been building for years.
What's going to be a wake-up call? I would hope Chennedy Carter would turn her focus of all of her anger into something positive, and she would become a great WNBA player. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen this season.
Training camp for the 2025 WNBA season started without Carter even getting a sniff from any team. We're not talking about the end of the bench roster spots either. Teams that were practically running open tryouts still looked at her and said, "No, we're good." Imagine being the leading scorer on your team, averaging a career-high 17.5 points, and still getting absolutely no calls. That's not bad luck, that's a full-blown league-wide blacklist.
Can you break down that situation that happened?
Yeah, it was just like a nice little tap, like I'm here. I think a play before, maybe I was elbowed. Okay, that happens. Then maybe there was like a little clip of somebody like yelling in my face. And then we go down the court. Then I hit like a little bucket, you feel me? Come down, hit like a little nice little mid-range pull-up. And then I just just give her like a little I'm here. It happens in basketball, and it's just one of those things. But yeah, it's kind of what happened. Then it spiraled out of control. It's one of those things. I'm a great player, she's a great player. It looks a certain way. Everybody's gonna have their views on it. But my personal view is, I don't have anything against her. She's a great player, and so am I. And I've got buckets all that season, you know what I'm saying? So just one of those things that, I love it though. They think I hate it, I love it. I love when it gets riled up and juicy like that.
You feed off of like what people say and shit, and it makes you more motivated?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Oh yeah, I love the hate. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It all traces back to that infamous June 1st, 2024 game Chicago Sky versus Indiana Fever. On paper, it was just another regular season matchup. In reality, it turned into a viral disaster. 1 second, Caitlin Clark's jogging up court. The next, she's flying across the hardwood after Carter made a very deliberate hip check. Not a basketball move, not a hard foul, going for a rebound, a straight up "I'm going to body you because I feel some type of way" move. The live broadcast quoted in crystal clear HD. The commentators didn't even know what to say. Fans were losing their minds in real time. And to top it all off, Angel Reese, Carter's teammate, was caught literally clapping and celebrating the cheap shot from the sidelines. The optics could not have been worse if they tried initially. The refs just called it a common foul. Then the footage went viral. Twitter exploded. Instagram memes started flying. ESPN had it on loop. Suddenly, the league couldn't just shrug it off anymore. The foul was upgraded to a flagrant. Analysts started openly calling it dirty. And all of that heat, it could have still blown over if Carter had just acted like a grown-up afterwards. Spoiler alert, she didn't at the post-game presser. Carter had a golden opportunity to do damage control. All she had to do was offer a basic half-hearted apology, say it was a mistake, say emotions got the best of her, hell even just "I respect Clark" would have thrown water on the fire. Instead, Carter smiled smugly and dropped the now infamous line, "I ain't answering no Clark questions." And just like that, whatever tiny chance she had at redemption evaporated into the atmosphere. You don't assault the league's new golden goose, then act like you're too cool to care. Not when Clark is literally carrying the WNBA's financial future on her back. Not when Caitlin is selling out arenas, smashing viewership records, and single-handedly making casual fans give a damn about women's basketball. Carter didn't just attack a player, she attacked a multi-million-dollar marketing campaign. And you know what the league thinks about threats to the money? They cut them loose. People tried to defend her. It's just physical basketball. They cried. They're both competitors. Sorry, no hard fouls happened. This wasn't that this was personal. It wasn't even subtle. Carter changed direction to blindside Clark in the middle of a dead ball transition. Then she laughed it off and refused to take an ounce of responsibility. Meanwhile, Clark, the one who got smashed to the ground, stood up, brushed herself off, hit her free throws, and kept playing. No drama, no retaliation, pure composure. And that difference in how they handled the moment, it was noticed by everyone: fans, executives, teammates, coaches, everyone behind the scenes. WNBA front offices started asking the real questions. Do we want this drama in our locker room? Is she going to blow up and ruin team chemistry? Is her scoring worth the headache? And almost unanimously the answer was no. Let's be clear, Carter's numbers were good, damn good. You don't accidentally lead a team in scoring while shooting nearly 50% from the field. But the WNBA isn't just about buckets, it's about brand image, marketability, and being someone the league can actually sell to fans. Carter made herself unmarketable overnight, and this wasn't some random first offense either. People digging into Carter's history found a trail of red flags going all the way back to her rookie season, suspended by the Atlanta Dream for conduct detrimental to the team, benched, and eventually dumped by the Sparks. Despite her talent, multiple reports of locker room issues, bad body language conflicts with teammates and coaches, the Clark hip check wasn't out of character. It was the final televised proof that the rumors were true. So here we are after months of waiting for any team to take a risk. Carter has officially signed with Adelatas to Chihuahua in Mexico's professional women's basketball league. Not exactly the dream, not exactly the comeback arc her fans were hoping for. She went from leading scorer in Chicago to playing out of the spotlight in a league most American fans can't even name. For a paycheck that's probably a fraction of what she could have earned in the WNBA. Was it worth it? Was that hip check, that 5-second moment of anger and pettiness, really worth flushing an entire career? Only Carter can answer that. But judging by how quickly she jumped at an overseas contract, the silence says it all. And look, credit where it's due. Carter can still hoop. She'll probably dominate down there. She'll drop 30 a night. She might even love being the center of attention again. But it's not the WNBA. It's not Madison Square Garden. It's not national TV. It's not the endorsements, the shoe deals, the magazine covers she could have had if she just kept her head on straight. Instead, she's going to be a trivia question someday. Hey, remember the player who took out Clark and got blackballed? That's her legacy now. And no matter how many points she drops in Mexico, it's not erasing that. You know what makes it even more brutal? Carter's fall wasn't from some random bench player trying to scrap their way into relevance. This was a alleged star in the making. People had her pegged as a future WNBA All-Star. She had the talent, the scoring, the swagger, everything you need to blow up in a league desperate for exciting players. But talent without control, that's a grenade with the pin already halfway out. And Carter yanked the rest of that pin herself on live television now.